Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And on this very special episode, we're going to give you some ideas of some new cocktails that you could try out to kind of give a little different edge to your little celebration. So, Mary, you came up with some cocktails of your own. Why don't you tell us about it?
I did. Well, over the summer when we went to Pritchard's and did the tour, we came up with 3 bottles that really spoke to me. One of them was more for Halloween, one for Thanksgiving, and one a little bit more towards Christmas. So today we're going to make some drinks with the Pritchard's Spice Rum.
Okay. So, Mary, why don't you show us your first cocktail?
My first one, based off of my tasting notes when I sampled the Pritchard's Rum straight, it just gave me these vibes of really earthy, and I could mix this with like some juices that would really just kind of bring it up and bring it out, and then the spice rum just take it a notch. So the first one that I have made with the Pritchard's Spice Rum is a cup of ice, 3 ounces of apple cider. I did a whole ounce of the Pritchard's, and then a half ounce of the simple syrup. Stirred it up and then added some Ligzero cherries for garnish.
Okay. Well, we can give this a little stir around and see what we got here. Definitely get some notes of baking spice. It's a cold drink, so obviously a lot of that's going to be muted, but let's see how the flavor is.
Yeah, I thought about it. It could be warmed. So if you would prefer it warm, if it's cold and you want a warm drink, you can do this warm and serve it warm.
Not really boozy at all. It tastes like a cold apple cider, but with this rum in it, that could be a dangerous drink during the holidays.
Yeah, seeing that I did put an ounce of rum in it.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
But to me, I really like the fruity, refreshing, and those cider spices and
the
stuff
cider,
just really kind of came through on
the
this
cider
one.
definitely comes through on that one.
Okay, the second one we have is basically the same recipe, except orange juice.
Okay.
So it's going to be a cup of ice, 3 ounces of orange juice, an ounce of Pritchard's, and half ounce of simple syrup, and I garnished that one too with Ligzero cherries.
Yeah. It just smells like orange juice.
Yeah, you get a little bit of hint, I think, of the spice rum, just a tad hint.
It's barely there. That's another one that could get you in trouble.
I like this one because it's a little bit more on the spice notes, and it really goes with those holiday spices.
But the one with the orange juice, that's more of your atypical sweeter, if you will, cocktail.
It is a little bit sweeter, but it was a little sour before I added the simple syrup. So if you like it sour, you could leave the simple syrup out. If you want a little sweeter, you add a little simple syrup to it. And I think this is the one that you made up, the Demerara simple syrup.
Yes.
So it was a Demerara simple syrup. So it's kind of old-fashioned-y.
Yeah. All right. And I see a very old champagne flute that you mixed up here for us.
Yeah, I figured that it's almost 20 years old, so it might be time to bring it back up. I just need to put like a 2 somehow in there.
Put a line through the 0 and put a 2 up. Anyway, go ahead.
This one is basically a play on the mimosa. So I fill the glass until the stars, midway of the stars, about right here, with champagne. And it can be any champagne. I use the Andre Spumante. It's one that I like to drink straight, that it tastes okay. Then I put in a splash of orange juice like you would for your mimosa. I know a lot of people put orange juice and a splash of champagne, but I'm reverse on that. I like the boozy side.
Mm-hmm.
And then I topped it off with a ½ ounce of Pritchard's spice rum.
Okay, well, let's take it for a spin. Definitely a little more on the bitter side than normal of a mimosa, but I think that's because of the lack of orange juice in it. But I mean, it's still a good cocktail. It's refreshing.
See, I like I like to really taste my champagne and just have that splash of orange that kind of livens it up just a little bit. But I like champagne on itself anyway, so to me, it's in my wheelhouse.
All right. Well, that's 3 with the Pritchards. Now, I don't like odd numbers, so I got up and I did a play on an apple cider cocktail. So what I did was I put in 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of apple cider, an ounce of sweet vermouth, ½ an ounce of lemon juice, shook it in a Boston tin, strained it over ice, and then I topped it with 3 dashes of orange bitters.
So what you have here, folks, is Mary's way. You just put the ice in and you just stir it up, and it's simple. Throw it together, drink. In Brandon's way, it's like more of a formal bartender, if you will, that goes above and beyond.
And of course, garnished with a dried apple wheel, my dear. You get first taste.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's something that's very tart.
Yeah, it's got that lemon juice, a ½ ounce.
Okay.
It's basically, it's a play on a whiskey sour.
Okay, I get the sour, because to me that is sour.
But it's not overly sour.
I guess because I'm having sweet.
Yeah. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could also add a bar spoon or 2 of simple syrup if you wanted a little bit sweeter. But this is a play on a whiskey sour.
But with apple cider.
With apple cider.
It came out sour.
Anyway, so thank you for sticking around for this video, and hopefully we gave you some ideas to play around with for cocktails for this Thanksgiving 2025.
I could say is sample it.
Yeah.
I sampled this and just the flavors that I got, and it just, my mouth was craving to have a little bit of orange juice or apple cider. I mean, any kind of juice, really, that it just kind of folded with it when it comes to the fall season, especially with all the plays with the spices. So go out there and enjoy.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so thank you guys for joining, and Mary?
Remember, we just have this one life to live.
So make it about family, good friends, and great drinks.
Until next time, our friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.